Hello, and welcome back to another video with AndriaSimmons, aka Luminous, with Luminous's Intuitive Talks by Luminous's Divine Healings, where we receive divine messages, advice, warnings, things we'd like to hear, and things we'd rather not. So I have another special video for you guys today, and we are going to go ahead and jump right into the discussion. Now, today's topic, we're going to be talking about the process of change. When does it start? How does it start? Where does it start? Where do you begin? So we're going to just jump right into this segment. So let's go right ahead and tap on in. Now, as you guys know, I talk about change all the time. I talk about how we evolve. I talk about decisions that we have to make and things that we have to overcome when it comes to change. I talk about different kinds of work that we have to put in order to create change. I talk about things that we have to leave behind and move forward from in order to create change. And I also talk about what goes on within us and things that we need to do for ourselves when it comes to us in order to make change happen within us and around us. The process of you changing starts as an emotion and a feeling. Change begins when we start to say things or think things like, I don't want to be this anymore. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't feel the same way anymore. I'm not feeling this anymore. When you start to feel deep down within your disconnect from what was or what is, that is your synchronicity and your sign to start your process of change. Change is one of those things that are completely inevitable. Change sometimes happens when we don't want it to happen. Sometimes change happens because of divine intervention, what God wants for us, what the universe intended for us to be and to have when it comes to our lives and ourselves. A lot of us fear change. A lot of us are too comfortable where we are and we don't want to change. A lot of us are in spaces where we don't know how to change or where to begin to even start to get that process of change going. But I'm here to tell you, change is only an emotion away. Change starts when your perspective is different. Change begins when your thought process changes. Change starts when you start to feel unhappy, no longer at peace, no longer comfortable, no longer smiling or enjoying the things that you once enjoyed, like in a inner sense, things that used to bring out your childlike energy, things that used to make you, very excited about and happy about, and things that just warm your heart. It doesn't feel the same, and then it doesn't feel the same anymore. It doesn't have that same power or effect on you that it once has had. Change could be something as simple as a feeling of just no more desire. When you start to not feel so good about certain people, places, or things, that's just your higher self letting you know that this is no longer for you. This no longer serves you for a good purpose. This was either something that ran its course, or something that just was never meant for you to have experienced, but at the same time it was meant for you to experience, because of course lessons come from experiences. But sometimes some of the experiences that we go through is because of us and our decisions and what we chose to do. We didn't choose to listen to what God intended for us. We didn't listen to God, and we just chose on our own. Sometimes the things that we go through is because of what we decided to choose for ourselves, instead of going with what God had for us. And unfortunately, we have to learn from those mistakes, mishaps, and things that we go through. Sometimes things just happen because of life. Like I said, things are inevitable. Things happen. But it's up to us to want to make that change. It's up to us to want to no longer deal with it, or be a part of it, or invest in it. It's up to us to always to want to make a change. And we make those changes by deciding that we're going to change. Change is inevitable, but at the same time, it's also a choice. Because nothing will change if you don't change, and nothing will change if you don't change the circumstances or what's going on within the situations. We sometimes feel that we are stuck in these situations and, things that we have to deal with. But in reality, we are never stuck. We're never stuck. Our mind makes us feel like we're stuck. Other people may make us feel like we're stuck. The situation itself may make you feel like you're stuck, but you're never stuck, because once you're fed up, that's where change comes. Because everybody has a breaking point. Everybody gets fed up. Everybody gets to a point to where, hey, you know what? Look, I've had enough of it. I'm done with it. I'm not dealing with it anymore. Everybody has reached this point once in their life and is going to still experience that further on down in life as well. A lot of us have to realize that change happens when we stop going back to past things or things that no longer serve us. Change starts to happen when we look forward to the future and we look forward to, things that we want to manifest and bring to fruition within our lives. Change starts when you make that first move in action. You can have faith in change and a different lifestyle or way of being all you want to. Of course, that's the most important part, but you have to put in that work and that effort. God says faith without works is dead. So, we got to put in that work. We got to create that change. You got to get fed up. You got to get tired. You got to say, I'm tired of this. You got to say, I can't no more. You got to go to God and you got to start praying. You got to say, God, Lord, help me to move past this. Help me to get away from this. Free me from this. Pray those prayers. You got to let God know you're fed up, because even though God knows you're fed up, God needs you to tell him you're fed up. And then God needs to see you take a step towards change, because God will help you as long as you are also helping yourself. In life, it comes to a point to where we have to stop making excuses for ourselves. We have to stop coming up with different blockages and different things that are hindering ourselves. We have to stop getting in the way of ourselves. You have to stop being your own enemy. You have to, in order to gain a better perspective of life, in order to have a better outcome. These are the things we got to do. And I always tell you guys, you have to leave some things behind. You have to leave some people behind. You got to just make those changes. They're tough, they're hard, they're heartbreaking, yes, but they're for the best of you. And then it'll be the best decision you've ever made. You'll feel better than ever. Once you really get into that motion of change, you'll feel so much better, and you'll thank God, and then you'll thank yourself for having that courage to move forward and to make that change. So change happens when we stop fearing what comes next. We got to get out of our comfort zones. We got to get fed up. We got to get motivated. We got to just do what we got to do to be the best versions of ourselves, to have our best lives, to have, abundance for yourself and your families, your children. Because, it's not just about us. A lot of our decisions also affect our loved ones. We could say, it's my life, I can do whatever I want, but you have to think about the people that actually love you and the people you actually love. Are your decisions really the best? Are they the best for you? And are they the best for whoever? You have to think about those things. You have to. It's important, yes, to put yourself first and to consider your own feelings and stuff, but also consider the feelings of the ones around you that you say are your loved ones. You can't possibly love people that you don't consider, So you have to make the best decisions for your life. Make the best outcome for yourself, so that you can have the best outcome for you and your loved ones. So that's today's video, and I hope it helped somebody out there. I hope it was uplifting and encouraging as usual. I thank you guys for tuning in to another episode with AndriaSimmons, aka Luminous, with Luminous's Intuitive Talks by Luminous's Divine Healings. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys on the next video with AndriaSimmons, aka Luminous, where we receive divine messages, warnings, advice, things we'd like to hear, and things we'd rather not. Bye.